We're just catching the vibe.
All right, Paul.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah. We're just catching a vibe right now. I'm just gonna repost. We're gonna go on in 4 minutes. So this is my first time on YouTube live. So bear with me. I'm so used to Facebook. I'm gonna be reposting. But till then, if you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. So I'm posting it on my Facebook right now. Tell a friend that we're on YouTube. So I'm going on my professional page right now, posting on that. Then I'm going to post it on my regular page. So like I said, this is different for me. You know, this is a new experience because we're going for YouTube. I'm not used to it. Now I'm going to give the story about that. You know what I mean? I'll give the story in about 3 minutes. So tell a friend. The trades on YouTube Live, not Facebook Live for this week. It's going to be YouTube Live. We got a very special guest. This is crazy. Remember, if you see the thumbnail, all you got to do is press play. That's all you got to do is press play. Yeah. We're going to be on in 3 minutes. Again, please like, share. People are sharing. Give a shout out to Jerry. Yo, if you want to say something, go ahead and go online. Yo, you could go online, ask a question for K1. Yo, rare opportunity, I'm telling you. Like, you know, here are the trades. We always try to get people like, you know, we had more of them on before, but then we're trying to get other guys that you may have never heard of. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we had a question earlier from Instagram Live, and we're going to ask that question later on, you know, when we start the show. Till then, all you guys repost. Let people know that the trades is on YouTube Live. We're here at youtube.com/ProfoFLGZ. Yeah, man. Giving a shout out to Craig. I gave him a shout. I told him what's up on email. He hit me up. He was like, oh, like right when this whole fiasco going on YouTube versus Facebook happened. You know, this is just some of the things that, you know, I have to bear with when you're doing the show live, right? All right, 1 more minute and we're gonna start the show. 1 more minute. This is crazy. I'm trying to fix the lighting too. I'm not used to the lighting. Bear with me. All right. Gonna start the show. Got my show notes ready. Let me see. Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me good. That's one good thing about YouTube. I could actually check on the sound myself. I don't need to like necessarily like reach out to you guys all the time. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right, we're gonna start the show in 30. All right. There you go. Ready. In 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up? This is Shadow Rock and Profo Won of the Floor Gangs and Knuckleneck Tribe, and you're watching The Trades, episode 26. Who would have thought that it was gonna be 26 episodes later? Starting since like late October till now, it's already May. May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yo, give a shout out to Star Wars if you know what's up. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Tonight, with the missus, I'm gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That's the closest thing we have to Star Wars till December for episode 9, right? Or no, episode 8, right? Just to do a recap of what happened this week, you know, like we had B-Boy Smurf. You know, he brought back B-Boy News, which is like one of the most hilarious things out there online. And, you know, like the whole thing is like now we're having a lot of people like doing their live shows again. And I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the B-Boy News to come back. And yo, you gotta check it out. So go, if you want to check that out, it's on YouTube. Just go to Smurf's Wall or Smurf's Instagram. I'm sure you have the link to the B-Boy News. And at the same time, I want to give a shout out to Joe Rock from Massive Monkeys. I had him on the trades last week, and he basically broke down a lot of good advice for how to throw a jam. How to make a jam better, how to give longevity to an event, and to keep it going and to keep people interested. And that was really dope. You can check that out on facebook.com/ProfoWon, capital FLGZ. So, you can check that out all over there. I posted it on my Facebook and on my fan page. So before I introduce our guest, let me give you a reason why I'm here on YouTube versus, I'm on Facebook. So I planned it all week. I hit up our guest 2 weeks ago and I said, hey, can you be on the show? And he said, yeah, no problem. He's been a good friend of mine for years. And the thing is, he laced me up with footage that I've never seen. Actually, probably a lot of people have never seen. And I said, I got to do some justice to this, So I took as much as I can of the footage I can, the highlights of the footage. Like there was 2 clips that he gave me. And I basically shaved it down to 1 minute for Instagram. And I said, all right, I need a song that's perfect. Like what, when I'm watching this, what's the song? So I thought of Pleasure, Let's Dance, but I just took the drum break. The thing is, I was like, hey, you know what? They're not going to give me a copyright strike. I just taken the drum break, right? Everyone's used that drum break. Well, lo and behold, I posted it this morning, 9 a.m. PST. And on Instagram, it was fine. On Facebook, boom, I got a strike. And when you get a strike on Facebook, you can't post videos and you can't post live. And today's the day of the show. So I kind of panicked. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So instead of panicking, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go on YouTube. Like everyone else is on YouTube. Might as well try it on YouTube. So here, this is what we're doing. We're trying it on YouTube. Let's see if we can get more views. It's up to you guys. And I want you guys to be on the chat because, again, when I introduce this guy, he's going to be dropping bombs. And the trades is known for dropping bombs. So all the way from the NYC, representing Swift Kids, we got my man, my mentor, K1. K, how you doing, bro?
Straight, so I'm here.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a process. It was a process for today. Yeah. But you know what? This is how we do. It's like, I have a strict schedule, but at the same time, I keep it enough space so if anything happens wrong, I could go with it, right? Just like that's what we do as B-boys, right? We just go with it, right?
No, you go with the flow. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, not just plan. Yeah, you don't come there with nothing planned. Just plan the backfire.
Yes.
So you got the thing that I use. Now you got to be ready to get ready.
Yeah. Word. So, and this is for a lot of people. When I first heard, for the audience out there, first time I heard of K1, I heard his name around, and then Abstract from Skill Methods came to San Francisco. He was on the Rennie Harris tour about 2002 or 2003. And we were just talking, and he was like, yo, you've never heard of K1? It's like, I heard the name. It's like, yo, you got to check him out. And a few years later after that, I saw him on MySpace. For all you kids that don't know what MySpace is, it's basically like Facebook. I saw him on MySpace, and I hit him up. It's like, yo, I heard a lot of great things about you. And, and right off the bat, K was really friendly with me. And then fast forward to 2006, 2007, he came out to San Francisco to judge the Mighty Four and kicked it. And, it was a blessing just to have him in my presence and just, feel his energy. and just give me advice. The little advice he gave, he didn't even throw down. He just gave me advice. And now fast forward, we're in 2017, where we have the technology to like kind of like, you know, put people on that never been put on. You know, like we're not relying on just, you know, just like MTV or certain people. Now we have platforms like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook to like, you know, to like post stuff. So when I had him on as a guest, Kay was just like, yo, here's some footage. And I know for a fact, not a lot of people saw your footage, Kay. How's it feel to now, like, there's footage of you that no one's ever seen?
There's a lot of things that I've had that I lost. I used to live at it to make a clean.
Right.
I had a basement that was flooded.
Damn.
I lost a lot of things.
Right.
Clothes,
right.
records, pictures,
right.
footage.
Yeah.
That falls in place of giving me a good reason to be upset and not able to show other people things that used to actually, you know,
right.
growing up as time went on.
Right. So
the few things that I have now, this happens to be things that I ended up getting from somebody who happens to record it.
Right.
And I appreciate the fact that they gave it to me.
Right.
That's what I appreciate.
Yeah, that's crazy. But see, at the same time, people are documenting stuff, but then at this time with how the internet works, it's like there's so much stuff, right, that you don't know what to look up. So it's like that's why I feel like here at the Trades, and giving a shout out to Junk and Korean Rock, where we're trying to like preserve it, like we're trying to archive and curate this footage so that way people have access to the past. So one of my first questions though is when you first when and where were you when you first saw breaking? Like, can you tell that story? Because you're not from the Bronx and stuff, so yeah.
No. Bronx didn't come along until '83.
Right.
As far as where it was in Jamaica, Queens. I moved to Queens. I was living in Brooklyn at the time when I moved to America. I was born in Port St. Trinidad.
All right.
Brooklyn, and from Brooklyn went to Jamaica, Queens. And the dance feeling didn't hit me until when I started in 1980. Okay. There was a crew in Jamaica, Queens called the Nice and Nasty.
Nice and Nasty.
And he was, Nice and Nasty crew. No, that's a crew name that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And, there was individuals that were in my class that was down with the crew. So here I am, you know, seeing kids with these jackets on, these colors.
Mm-hmm.
The colors just so happen to be old English letters, red and white old English letters. Ooh. And they were also a martial artist group.
Oh, okay.
I used to be in school called Arnaz. Yeah, so basically everybody that was down with that group was into martial arts. Sort of like how the Grips were in the Warriors. Yeah. That's how Nice and Nasty was. Oh, shoot. Damn. Martial arts, yeah. So, make a long story short, at the time when I first seen them, I know this, but I really wasn't impressed with what I was seeing because here I am looking at these kids get down through stuff, and I'm like trying to figure out like, well, what the hell are they doing? You know, like I see one kid over there trying to tilt to the side, and he's over here, straight in with his arms shaking. Right. And another one trying to balance himself on one side of his knee. Right. Which later on, you know, we used it as a chair crease and a baby crease. Okay. You know? Right. I used to call it as a figure four. But then there was this kid that used to go to school there, that came to school there. Something about this kid, he just looked like he was up to something. You know, like he was up to no good. And when I used to cross paths with him in the hallway, we used to be staring at each other and not saying anything. Right. Yeah, just like, staring each other down hard, like, this kid looking at, man. Yeah. So one day I just happened to be outside of the schoolyard, everybody out there. Right. And the bell rung. And it was time for everybody to go inside. Yeah. And there was in the handball court, there was a big crowd here. Uh-huh. And I thought it was a fight. So, I'm over there thinking, like at the time, you used to say, they're shooting joints. Right. Again, in other words, that's like a fight after that. Okay. And here I am. I hear music playing. Right. And I see a kid with an afro. Okay. Popping up and down, like bouncing up and down.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be a fight.
Right.
And music's playing.
Yeah.
So I just wiggled my way inside there, and I saw this kid doing something that made my jaw drop.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Yeah, because I'm not somebody that gets amazed like that from seeing something somebody does.
That's real.
But when I saw this kid get down, I said to myself, like, wow, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. That was the day the torture split, and a kid had asked me, "You think you could do that, Kate?"
Oh yeah.
That kid was, yeah, a kid asked me at the time.
Yo, you can do that.
You think you can do that thing? And I said, no. But I'll tell you one thing though. One day, I'm gonna have him saying, "Oh shit," about me.
Right.
No, the kid that I'm talking about, his name was Shaky Shake.
Shaky Shake. Oh, yo.
Dude, Shaky Shake. Shaky Shake is a kid who taught me.
Wow.
And I always said I will never, ever forget that kid. No matter what happens to me through years, goes on, I will always pick him up.
What?
That'll be my #1 B-boy who I ever idolized.
What crew was he in?
He wasn't down with a crew.
Okay, he was just solo guy and just.
He was solo. He was solo. He was from the Bronx. He was moved to the Queens. His mother was living in Queens at the time, so that's where he came to stay. But the crew that was doing their thing at the time was Nice and Nasty.
Nice and Nasty, right?
Yeah, and then you had members from Dynamic Rockets who was also down with them.
Right.
Went on to do their thing, and them being who they were, ended up going off, making a good name for themselves.
Right. So when did you see it? Like, was it still kind of like a movement that only like a few people did at the time when you saw it? And when did it start blowing up?
Yeah.
When did it start like?
Well, the moves, like the moves that they were doing when I saw.
Yeah.
Well, the moves that I saw that I remember was watching kids do. To me now it's kind of corny when you look at it. You had heads doing do like their footwork, go down and do like a regular basic, go down and then some black ass butt spin, do a butt spin, do a wiggle wobbly back spin, or watch some kid try to do a knee spin,
right?
That type of thing, or struggling type of figure four,
right. Yeah.
That type of thing.
Okay.
In other words, it was like I couldn't do it at the time.
Right.
But to me, that's why I said I didn't look at it like I was impressed, because when I saw Shake, he had character. He had style.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that flow fitted with his whole outlook.
Right.
The way he looked. The way he was dressed.
Right. Yeah.
That's what that was.
So what? So were you like, when I do this, I'm not gonna be this wibbly wobbly guy. I'm gonna be like sharp and precise. Cause like, was that because of the martial arts background that gave you like, yo, that I'm gonna fix this up for the way I'm gonna make it look nice? Like, and how long did it take you to like kind of like get to that point, like from when you first saw it to like to a point where you're like, yo, this is it. I got this. Like
No, well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and make it sound like it. I caught on fast, but I did.
Right.
Because it was a body language I was just trying to get accepted.
Right.
As far as martial arts go, I was doing judo, jiu-jitsu, and kickboxing.
Then that's like
my first passion.
Wow. That's basically like MMA right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's basically what that is. In other words, so right now, as far as with the body language going, is trying to understand and do the moves. In other words, like you got your leg drop, your back sweep, back swipe, your helicopters, the corkscrew, all these type of things. Certain things I can relate to, but I still needed to work on. Right.
So, were you always that flexible? Like, or did that flexibility come within, now that there's footage, now people can really see it. Were you always that flexible, or did you work on that flexibility eventually? And that was a question from me at Meebo on Instagram. Meeboso. He was asking about your flexibility.
No, the flexibility came with time. As a kid, I was born with my feet where I don't walk straight.
Oh, okay.
People, my feet are sort of like 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So my feet are like sort of like awkward and my fingers are like crooked. So I guess the kind of weirdness through that.
Right.
It's also what Southern plays to the character of what I do.
Right.
As
Yeah.
far as flexibility goes,
yeah.
it's just something where I stayed active, but I didn't wind up doing more of the stretching until later on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so later on is when I really started to do it more as I got older.
Wow. That's crazy.
I did a lot of things where I had to deal with twisty type of moves that fell in place of like a slinky.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how I used to see myself. I was sort of like my character that I liked was Pinocchio.
Okay. Okay.
So imagine Pinocchio with that slinky style.
Yeah. All right.
That's basically what that is there. So that, in other words, I had some type of image that I kept in my head and how I saw myself.
Right. And that's from the beginning, or is that when you started to become a little bit older and getting that flexibility?
In the beginning.
Oh, wow.
In the beginning, and then, then as time goes on, start coming across different moves and different people who I've met through my years.
Right.
Who helped give me ideas, because there's a lot of moves that I could mention and where I see the move at and how I added my own twist to it.
Right.
As far as like, let's say for instance, like I give credit to my boy Spider from Dynamic. His flexibility, to me, he was like a contortionist.
Right. Yeah.
When I get it down, to me he was like a contortionist. And as far as him doing that twisted bridge, that's where I got that from.
Okay.
Because I used to do bridges, and then watching the way Spider do it, I did that. And then as far as when it came to like shoulder rolls,
right,
some wavy legs.
Ah, okay.
Wavy legs. So see, from seeing that, then I add my own twist to it.
Right.
I didn't want it to look like them.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to look like what they would do. Yeah. So whatever it is I end up doing, it's just like representing, that move. That I saw them do. I just add my own twist. Because a lot of these heads, they're not going to make a lot of, back in the days, anybody dealing with the dance to fight us. But somewhere along the line, you will fight with somebody.
Yeah,
somewhere along that line.
That's
so
real.
Words, like I said, you see people do things, catch your attention, and it's like, okay, so now you don't want to end up looking like this individual, whoever it is you're admiring.
Yeah.
You want to add your own
right. That's the only way that dance could survive, right? Because if it's like so strict where you can't be inspired, then dance would have died a long time ago. Like you have to have.
Yeah, because it also depends on the individual too.
Yeah. So what were you doing? Like when breaking stars slowed down, what year was that? And like what kept you kind of the spark alive for you to continue it into the 90s?
It died out in 86.
Okay, it died out in 6. Were you still like? Were you kind of like you took a break from it like everyone else? Did you like move on to a different dance style, or you kind of kept it up? Just you kept it as physical fitness, or what?
No. As far as when the dance goes, when it died out to me, that was it. I mean, I took it like that was it. Nobody was doing that no more.
Right.
That's how I look at it. As far as I was concerned, nobody was doing that no more until my younger brother and his friends who used to go to clubs way more than me at the time was telling me, well, they got kids still getting down.
Oh, yeah?
I never liked using that word, breakdancing.
Right.
I can't stand that word.
Right.
Yeah, I can't stand that word. So, to me, it was always either you get busy or watch these kids go off.
Right.
That's basically the term that I would use. I can't stand that word.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like it, like your parents tell you, here you are spinning on your head, take care you break your neck.
Right.
On your hand, take care you break your hand.
Right.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So those type of things. I'm not somebody that that jumps on the media bandwagon.
Right.
I don't. That's one thing I don't see.
So what year was that when your younger brother was going to the clubs, like, and then
he was all after 86, early 90s.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So then him coming to tell me, that's when, because I went to the Bronx in 83.
Uh-huh.
And that's when he was telling me that, yo, heads are still getting busy. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, it's still breaking. That's where the shock was. Where I was like, I didn't think anybody was dealing or bothering with that anymore.
Right.
You know, I didn't think anybody was going to be bothered with that anymore.
Yeah.
But when I did go, you got to remember now, here's some years later, you know, things changed. I don't think they're going to be doing things that I used to do.
Right.
But I learned things were going to, you know, things were going to change.
Right.
So eventually, that's when I bumped into Quick Step.
Ah, okay.
Rockefeller.
Right.
Yeah. And I see this kid is wearing camouflage pants, blue mock neck, and a Playboy hat.
Yeah.
Rockefeller was wearing the same thing.
Right.
And when I was watching him, the kid said to me, "Could you still do that?"
Oh. Okay.
That actually, if you could still do that, and at the time, you know, through practice, I was just thinking to myself, it was like, not after that shit that I just seen. Yeah, but the level was like a whole different level.
Right.
A whole different level, yeah. You could see how much, by me watching them, how much time has changed. But basically, my forte at the time back then was just more like into character, freezes.
Right.
I wasn't into all that spin stuff.
Right.
I wasn't into none of that.
Right.
I mean, everybody had their own thing. My thing was more like slinky type style moves.
That's dope.
Character justice.
Right.
That's what I was into.
Right. That's crazy. So what year? So right after that, you just started like, let me give it a try. Let me start practicing again and stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, when I seen that, that's when I now here comes '98.
Okay.
And I had met up with this kid named Bam Bam.
Ah, all right.
And yeah, this kid named Bam Bam, Pete Arizmendi. I had met up with him. And he started to take me around a lot of places as far as where Ed was still doing stuff.
Okay, right.
And make a whole long story short, he had told me about this club in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And asked if I wanted to go there.
Right.
Judge, I was like, Judge, I mean, come on, dude, I don't even do this stuff anymore. I mean,
right.
That's what I want to do is play myself.
Right. yeah.
When I went over there, that's what I want to do is play myself. So when I went over there, he had introduced me to these cats from Brooklyn.
Okay.
They happened to be Chop Me Up Rock and this kid named Mike.
Right, okay.
So he had asked me if I knew them. And I said, no. But, sometimes, growing up through my years, I've come across individuals. Back then, when I meet up, I wasn't, like a jolly jumper.
Right.
When I came across somebody to be like, one of those songs from me, and I could care less.
Right, yeah.
So he had asked if I knew them. I said, nah, I never seen it before.
Right.
And we all, introduced ourselves and everything.
Yeah.
And I was watching these young kids get down, which just so happens to be Breakthrough.
Okay.
And yeah,
shout out to Breakthrough.
Yeah, it was Breakthrough, and I see these little wild kids, not giving a what.
Right.
And I was like, wow, man, this is really, really changed. And that also, the same year I met Elliot Neff.
All right.
The same year I met him. I didn't know him at the time, but when I watched him get down, I seen a combination of Buck 4 and ICI.
Yeah.
Certain individuals, you see them do certain moves.
Right.
And that style-wise,
right.
It's like, wow, man, this kid, he was fast, quick, he was good at what he was doing.
Right.
So, make all long story, they said to us, me and Nectar so happened to be the judges that battle. And
okay.
They asked us to do a go down, like a showcase.
Right.
And he went down and represented and did his thing, and I just said to myself, well, now I'm going to find out if I can still do it.
Oh, damn.
Just so
damn.
I don't really remember what I did, but
right.
Charlie ended up filming that footage.
Oh.
That's something I would have loved to show with y'all, but he ended up leaving the footage with his man Mike, and
Oh.
Yeah, so that is something I would have loved to show you because they showed up there now. Also, you would have seen, like, as far as the big school coming up, Wax, now Chino.
Right.
You know, coming up, yeah. Too sweet.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, when I notice, like, you know, when I watch the footage, right, and that's the thing, like, when you know, just talking to you before seeing, like, I only saw, like, that with a Studio Y thing. I think that's the most footage I've seen of you, and but I had a feeling that it was nice. It had, like, to me, like the way, like, I'm trying to get there. Like, my flexibility is, I'm stiff as like a board. I'm trying to get that flexibility. But the way you transition, the way you put stuff together is like, and then at the same time, and I didn't put it on the clip, is that you did come in with character when you came in. You came in with the hands and certain postures, like, it was dope. And it's like, I don't really see that in breaking so much anymore. But it was a good contrast of, like, it was technical, funky, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell, like, and that's one thing, like, a lot of cats are technical, right? Even from back then. Like a Storm.
Well, not everybody's the same. In other words, it's like basically like what type of image are you portraying?
Yeah.
First of all, you want to be yourself.
Right.
That's basically it. You want to be yourself. That's number one. But as far as like what I used to be doing, my thing was if I wasn't feeling what I was doing, then it was whack.
Right.
So I went over and try to control the flexibility with the move. It had to be like a continuous flow type of thing.
Yeah.
This is shit where you do something, you stop. You do something, you stop. No. The only thing you should be stopping to do is just free.
Right.
I this thing I used to say to myself in my mind was, when I'm doing something, Simon says free. And that's how I always would catch whatever break was playing in my mind.
Right.
I would say that to myself. So now here comes the thing with the moves wise, playing around with it, flowing with it, trying to do some type of razzle dazzle thing on the floor, you know, flipping it with the way I went down into something. It had to have like a flow to it.
Right.
It had to seem effortless. That's basically what it came down to.
And I mean, and that's why.
So in other words.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, if I did something against someone, a lot of the times they were gonna come at me doing something that I basically saw already.
Right.
Gonna do head spins on me, windmills on me,
right.
Hand glide on me,
right.
You know, all kind of things. I was like, yeah, okay, well, let me see you do that shit on concrete.
Yeah. That's always the answer, right? That's always the answer. Right. That's always the answer. That's always the answer. Like, what I'm trying to get at is, like, you know, after seeing the footage, it's like, that's definitely I don't, first of all, I don't see flexibility used like that anymore. Second of all, like, it's, you talk about drilling a lot, but it doesn't look rehearsed. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that drill a lot and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Because you see, the thing is, though, anything I ended up doing is because of an influence from somebody that I came across or who I had some type of dealings with.
Right.
You know, like, in other words, whether it was a sports figure or somebody that I idolized.
Right.
So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, for instance, in boxing, Muhammad Ali.
Right.
He had style.
Right.
Sugar Ray Robinson. He had style. Sugar Ray Leonard. He had style.
Right.
My favorite luchador, Mil Mascara, Tiger Mask, you know, El Santos. All of these dudes had style to what they did. So here I am doing something that I like, that I can relate to. I want to fall in that category.
Right.
I didn't want it to look like if I was trying too hard.
Right.
So even if I made a mistake and you thought it was dope, and I knew I made a mistake, that gives me playing it off. And there's plenty of times I've done things where I end up having to play it off,
right,
and somebody thought that was a dope move.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now it was a mistake.
That's a gift. That's a gift.
Yeah.
That not a lot of people could do that. Not a lot of people could do that. And that's what's dope. Like, and you know, like, you know, it's funny because I even tell people that I practice with, it's like, you know, that you don't have to practice your character. You're already that character, but you do have to practice that move over and over again. And they're always afraid of it being a set. But like I said, like when I watch you, you say you drill over and over again, but you don't look like you're rehearsed. Straight up. Like you look like you know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll go over something so damn much to where it's like, man, give it a rest. No, I'm not gonna give it a rest.
Yeah.
You know, what I used to do when I did martial arts, when I come from practice, you know, my mother would be like, all right, just don't go downstairs. You already had enough. I wouldn't listen to her. I'd go downstairs in the basement and practice what I just learned that same day.
Right.
Over and over and over.
Right.
It didn't matter what it was. If it's something that I like to do, you know, and anybody who knows me as far as when it comes to drilling and working out knows it's not going to be a picnic. So just imagine if I'm doing that with them. I'm drilling myself harder.
Right.
That's the thing, though. I'm drilling myself harder. So it has to be that way.
Right.
I don't care if I got to do, if I'm practicing twice or whatever. If I got to do it 20 times, 30 times, I'll keep doing it until it seems like damn, you didn't even try hard.
Yeah, I hear it.
So that's the feeling that I end up, having.
Yeah, I hear it.
That I end up putting my head to.
I'm with it. Man, that's you're like I tell the guys that all the time, and like my dudes anyway. And the thing is, it's like, like there's a lot of moves that I could attempt right now, and like, but I don't because it's not in my muscle memory yet. It's not. I'm drilling it, but it's not perfect to where it's like it doesn't matter if I mess up or not. It's the fact that it's like I don't want to be thinking about it. I don't want to be thinking about the move. You know what I mean? It should come out when it comes out.
Yeah.
Versus like, letting it be rehearsed. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people have different ideas of what freestyle is, and for me, it's just like you still have to drill. Like freestyle comes after, like you drill so much you get to bug out and play. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to say.
But the thing is, though, as far as a lot of that has to do with an individual thing.
Right.
You know, it depends on how what goes through their mind.
Right.
Let's say, for instance, like how you feel.
Yeah.
At the time.
Right.
You know, like are you feeling it when it comes to practice?
Right.
Do you know what it is you're going to do?
Right.
One thing I would never do is anything dealing with a practice is go and watch and admire what somebody else is doing.
Right.
I don't go there for that. If I go somewhere, I'm going to just go somewhere where I can focus, because
a
lot of times for me going to practice, it turns into a teaching session.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to turn, a lot of times it turns into teaching sessions, and one thing I would never do is turn anybody away and tell them, yo, man, get out of my face.
Right.
I didn't care who it is. Anybody that ever approached me and asked me something, I would show them.
Right.
Because, a lot of times you might hear about somebody, whatever, and to me, seeing is believing.
Yeah.
I don't go by what I used to hear about somebody, and I've never seen them do anything.
Right. I hear it.
One thing I don't ever do is George Jock. Nobody I never see. I don't knock nobody for whatever they accomplish or whatever it is they've done on the scene. But like I said, I'm not one of those dudes who's strict to be like, because so and so said,
right.
I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon and believe them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing I don't do.
That's real. From knowing K for years, that is true. But yo, K.
Yeah, I gotta say, man,
man, we gotta cut it. We're about that time. I gotta cut the interview, man. But this ain't the last.
Yeah, I think. Cool,
I think people are gonna be like, this is like a voice that I think people were waiting to hear. You know what I mean? I think people are waiting to hear this.
Yeah.
And like I told like other guests, like this ain't the end. You know what I mean? We're gonna, just like our relationship, this ain't the last. You know, we need to do more. Keep putting the word out there. And now that the footage is out there, again, check it out on Instagram. Check it out on Facebook. You can go ahead to my Instagram and my Facebook, and you'll see K1 get down. Before I let you go, where can they find you on your social media platforms?
Well, as far as email, K1-138 at yahoo.com. That's KWON-138 at yahoo.com. On Instagram, K1-138, and then on Facebook, and K1-K-John.
K1 K-John.
That's basically what that is,
Yeah. All right, bro. I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna do the rundown. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna do the rundown. And give you a call right after that.
Yeah, I want to make a short shout out. Man.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Yeah, I want to make a short shout out to my wife Jolie, my son Cyrus, Mikey Amber, MDK, Having Polo, all my boys there in Queens, Boston, everybody who I know worldwide. Thank you for the ones who posted up the likes and returned the comments back. Stay doing your thing and believe in yourself, man.
There you go. Give it up for K1. I'll give you a call back.
Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you. Peace. Man, oh man, what a show. This is crazy because, you know, we're on YouTube now, and yo, K is the truth. Like, if anything, he's the truth. And now, not just word of mouth, you got to see him get down. And the thing is, he gave me more footage than just that. That was just a little sample. Hopefully I can head out there. You know, he's in Dallas, Texas. Hopefully we can go out there and digitize some of that footage, and maybe we could put an edit of his dancing from before, or it's not in front of the screen. But yo, give it up to K1. Please follow him. Give a shout out to Junk for reposting, Morris and Insanity for posting that footage. Go check it out. So we're gonna do the rundown and we'll call it a day. So first, I want to say May 19th and the 20th, we got Massive Monkeys Weekend in Seattle, Washington, starting with Reign Supreme on Friday, which is a qualifier for BIS. That's a competition happening in China. And then the next day, you have the 3-on-3 and, of course, the Massive Monkeys footwork competition.